I don't actually know why OBS crashed. I didn't. It literally closed. I looked over and OBS had closed itself. I don't know why it did that. Aw. Too much of a turn back. Not enough of a turn back. Not a turn back at all. Huh. Okay, didn't jump. Man. Like this game is hard or something. Oh, I didn't hold jump. Didn't get good at Mario. Spent all my time on other things. Okay, it was better, but still terrible. Ah! Pace pals leave. Oh man. I did it. I didn't make it. Ah! I did it again. Didn't make it again. Gotta do big jumps. Okay, so you have to, if I'm reading this right, you have to extend out your first jump. Your first jump has to be extended out. Although I'd have to actually jump in order to do that. There we go. We did it. We've defeated Mario. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought I can sneak in there. I can do that. I can do that. Hang on a minute. Free. Basically free. Oh, I see. Bigger and bigger jumps. Oh. Well. Hey. 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 Yeah. Dedge. Thank you for the glowing review. Hey. Oh, that was it. Get to listen to my squeaking. Hey. Needs to be gruntier. No, not quite. I know I need to run left slightly to get a little bit of speed. I know this from watching all the other cool Mario people. Oh, I have to run forward. The cool Mario people. How much longer do I continue to embarrass myself here? Or maybe just cheat better? You're right. I forgot that that was an option. I forgot that cheating was just an option. There we go. Just cheat. Easy. The disco show. Oh, great. Try to stay on the right side of the disco shell. You don't say. Oh. Oh, I just need to do 2 bounces. That's it. Oh, 1 more bounce. 3 bounces. Four bounces? Mind the gap. Oh. Fugu! Oh, I see. I've got to ride him all the way over. I've got to stay on his right side and ride him all the way over. It helps if you jump. It doesn't help that Fugu has this really odd hitbox. There we go. Just gotta stay on the top of the Fugu, not into the side of the Fugu. If you enter the side of the Fugu, you are dead. Press down to win. I'm pressing down. Oh. What this means is that you press down to negate your, This is a trick. So pressing down means that... Yeah. You can swim straight. This might be the patience. This might be the level where my patience runs out and we switch games. Because although I am somewhat patient, I am not Mario patient. And I have no idea how long this level is. And it's already looking like it's... Yeah. Too long for me. Boom. Just like that. We're out. We're out. We're back here. What can we do here? Hmm. So here's something interesting, and maybe I don't know, but you can play Sonic 2 with the Sonic and Knuckles cart, and you can play Sonic 2 as Knuckles. I don't actually know if any of the alternative ways of playing Sonic 2 allow you to do that anymore. Like, I don't know if you can play Sonic 2 and Knuckles on any of the PC ports. I know you can do it with Sonic 3, but... Oh yeah, I was actually gonna, I've already played this. Just to be perfectly clear, I've already played Carl's Toilet. It's on my YouTube channel. Oh, Death Air. I forget that dismount is A. Pretty sure if you run right in the pipe, you also die. Okay. I'm vaguely remembering, but I also don't really, you know. How does Plumber for All Seasons? Sure. Have fun, Smilers. That was terrible. People talk. There are 5-star coins. Just jogged into Final Fantasy. Oh, Final Fantasy. Dressed as a reindeer, huh? Just logged into Final Fantasy. Oh, come on. What? I got that midway, right? I did. I thought that would hit him for sure. I mean a pipe. I put it on retro. But thank you. Yeah, there we go. There's our pipe. It's a game, not retro. Hey! You bastard. Ah! Oh god. I beat some of these levels. Do you have to collect all 5 at once, I wonder? Am I back to 0? Yeah, okay. So you do have to do a full clear. Well, in that case, my first hack. It's not my first hack. Oh, it's your first hack, though. I see. I just keep running into enemies. I keep wanting to just like kind of just waltz through the level without dealing with the enemies, and it's not working. It's not working out in my favor, that's for sure. Just jumping straight into them. All right. Oop. What else? Game Boy Advance. Let's see. Hmm. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed was on the GVA. Interesting. Whoa, hang on a minute. Dino Thunder, hold on. Can I put these in order? I think SPD was before Dino Thunder. I think Ninja Storm was after. So was it SPD, Time Force, Wild Force, Dino Thunder, Ninja Storm? Is that right? Hmm. Jedi Power Battles. Hmm. Interesting. Tetris Worlds. ADHD. It's just I had no interest in going through a Mario hack. Elorg. Tetris. Great lines to it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I vaguely recall that later versions of Tetris had, oh shit, quality of life improvements to make sure that you got certain pieces more often. I cannot believe I just did that. All right, let's try and come back from this. There we go. Oh my god. I need to stay away from the button on top. Do not press up. Do not press up. Do not press up. Okay, well, we're fucked. Easiest first line in the world. Oh. Yeah, that works. Level up. Woo, farther than we made it last time. I missed. Like a moron. With an itchy, clicky finger. Level up. I knew you could do a T-spin in there. I know about T-spins. I just don't work that well at executing them. There we go. That's the bad move I wanted to make. Oh god. Right. Well, I've had enough of this. It looks like the pocket is working. That's really what I wanted to test. I wanted to test to see if the pocket was working the way that I wanted it to. And it is working the way that I want it to. Ah, there we go. I was trying to remember how to do the uppercut. Can you not throw the thing? Blech. Get fucked. What differentiates when you do like the wild swing and when you do the multi-fist flurry, I wonder? Because one takes away your health and the other one doesn't. another game that stole Super Mario World's music. That chair had an apple in it. Run away. All right. Buzz off, lady. Holy shit. Get your goons out of here. Oh, that's right. You can't run into a hold with this guy. There we are. Wow, I didn't know Barb made the music for this game. Barb's famous. Do you have to neutral the D-pad? Is that it? Is it straight or is it neutral? Is it neutral for the big AoE? No, you still lose health. Special still costs you health. Dick. What a dick. My pipe. What the heck? Oh, jump is this one. I keep getting the... I just got pitch. Ow. I'm dead. Cool. That works. Game Boy Color. I see your emotes got approved finally. Party please, baby. Woo! Ah, how my fellas? I wonder if they all got approved. All right, the controls are going to kill me a few times here before I get used to them. Okay, that's a click. There we go. Easy. It's like I'm good at Minesweeper or something. How does free sale work again? Is it alternating colors? It is alternating colors. Let's see. Where's our aces? We got an ace there and an ace there. We need to get rid of these. I love Party Please. Party Please is a good one. Where's our threes? Where's our black threes? They're both right here. Right. A bit of a risky move, but... What do I want to do next? Let me put this down here. There we go. We can clear out our free spaces. Get our maneuverability back. Here we are. Oh, we can just put this straight up. Six. A fifth column, please. Move this over here. There we go. Move that there and this there. It's like I know how to play. I'm great at video games. B for a new game. Tut's Tomb. Might be a little bit while longer before we beat one of these. So I believe that's a move. That's a move. That's a move. It's 9 and 4, isn't it? Seven and 6. Ten and 3. We need some 8s. There we go. 8, 5. Wait, 4, 4. There's only, uh-oh. There's only 1 4 in the deck. I think we might be fucked. I think we're fucked. All right. 9, 4, king, 9, 4. All right. Okay, queen, ace. Queen, ace. Jack. Oh, does it not allow corner cuts? Oh, it does. Okay. You can do a corner cut if you have the correct card underneath that one. Okay, so we need a 8, 5. There we go. some sevens. 7. There we go. 10-3. 8-5. We need some jacks. 9-4. Jack 2. You just spamming emotes now. Jack 2. 8. 5. Give me a queen. Queen there. Queen. Actually, we want to do that. Uh-oh. No! No, I'm going through it. I wasn't sure if you had it. No. I think we might be screwed. Yeah, our 4 is there. We need that 4. What the fuck? What is this horseshit? No opening moves. I was about to like mauled if I didn't get any moves. Okay, well, it ain't great, but we got some moves. Oh, we're like super fucked. Yeah, this is a terrible deal. Ooh. I turned the fan off, but I accidentally turned the light off too. There we go. Fuck that deal. Okay. Jack 2. Queen, ace, 10-3. 10-3. Seven, 6. Oh, come back. 10-3. Okay. Nine, 9, 9. All 4 9s are buried. No, 1, 2, 3. 3 of the 9s are buried. And there's the last one. Seven, 6, 8, 5. Ace, 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 queen. Okay, queen, ace. Ten, 3, king, queen, ace. Ten, 3, jack, 2. Nine, 4. Queen, ace. Eight, 5. 7. No, 7. I think I'm fucked either way. If I take the top 6, if I take this 6, then I need a 4, 2, or... I think I'm screwed either way. I need 2 7s. And set the other 7s right there. Dang it. Seven, 6. Where are my high cards at, yo? Jack. 2. 10, 3. 10. 3. No, for real, yo. Where are my high cards at? There we go. 9, 4, 10, 3, 9, 4. Oh. Oh, don't. No, don't do this to me. Oh. We're staying here until we get a win. Might be a really long time. We need 2s and queens. No, there's our queen. Now we need 2s or 5. There's our 5. Now we need 2s. And just like that, we're fucked. No, this one. Okay. 7, 6. I believe that's a legal move, isn't it? There it is. I knew it was a legal move. Move this. I don't think we're moving anything anymore. I don't think we have any 10s. Yeah. Or 9. No, we have a 9. Oh. Now the question is, do we have a 2? Nope. Jack 2. And 3. 7, 6. Queen. Off. 9, 4. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, I want Did I actually want that? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Queen. Ace. Ten, 3, 8, 5. At the end of the road. The end of the road. Alright. 9, 4, 7, 6. Queen, ace. Ugh. Jack. 2. 8, 5, 9, 4, 7, 6. King. 8, 5. Guess we'll ditch the king because we can. And 3. Jack 2. Oh, we can do the. No, we need a queen. There's our queen. And 3. Jack 2. 9, 4. Yes! Yes, 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 yes. Winner. Winner, baby. Minus 861. True. Spitting straight fat. Oh. We get a little, got a little bit of an animated thing right there. Alright. That's Tut's Tomb, Tri-Peaks, Ski Free, Tick Tactics. Oh, I'm fucked. Yeah, he's got me both ways. He's gonna go on the top one, on the lower corner. Yeah. He got me. He got me. That's a pretty cool game. Surprised that Microsoft put anything out on the Game Boy. What time is it? 10:30? I'm supposed to work out today. And I haven't. I ate a lot of food yesterday. So today's workout day. Oh. Well, I think I'm going to take a break from streaming. What's the workout going to be? Kettlebells, for sure. Hang on. Kettlebells are the preferred implement of working out for me. They are pretty good value for money, in my opinion. They incorporate a lot of different movements. I like how I'm holding the microphone, so the microphone's moving with me, but the desk is going up. They incorporate a lot of different movements that are very versatile. So you can do quite a bit with one of these. And like I got in shape just by using one kettlebell, and it's all you really need. It's not complete, but it is very versatile, and it gets you through a ton of movements. One, you bought 15. I bought 15 because I started out in life right here at a lower one. Actually, the lowest one is this one. It's a 25 pound. I started out here because this is all I could lift. When I started out doing this, all I could lift was a 25 pound one. And so as I continued to work out, I got heavier and heavier ones. Until I got this one. In fact, this one isn't the heaviest one either. This fucker. This fucker's the heavy one. This is my present to me because this represents all the weight I've lost. This is how much weight I've lost. So I usually work out with the 53 pound. This is a comfortable weight. But yeah. It is an accomplishment, and I'm very proud of it. And anyone who manages to lose weight and keep it off and get healthy ought to be proud of their accomplishments. 100%. It's not easy. It takes a lot of discipline and sacrifice, and it's not an easy thing to do. It's not at all. So anyone who manages to improve themselves like that ought to be proud of themselves, and they justifiably so. I actually have been meaning to make a video about it because I had a lot of thoughts about it. I had a lot of thoughts about deciding to lose weight and deciding to work out, and I felt like it was something that I wanted to record. I haven't done it yet. I've got the script written, but I haven't done it yet. I say script. It's basically a bunch of talking points. I have all my talking points kind of in a text file. I sat down and I thought about it for several days and put all of my thoughts kind of in a text file so that I could recall them later. Boop. All right. Turn that off. Definitely interested in hearing them. I can share a few of them with you. Let's see. Where is that text file? I think it's on my desktop. This one? All right. So open with Notepad++. There we go. That's not the right text file. Hang on a minute. Open with Notepad++. Can I? Let me see. Studio mode. Do. Oh, this is hang on a minute. Does that work? No. Is it locked? Transform. Reset. There we go. Change the game in mod view. I don't know if you can actually. I'm not sure. Let's see. Can I does this even present well? Let me see. You read that? Yeah, I guess you can read that. So there's a content creator on YouTube called Mighty Car Mods, which you would be like, that doesn't make any sense. What does that have to do with fitness? But one of the guys, they have a couple of channels where they talk about other things other than cars, and one of the guys, Moog, he talked about a fitness journey that he went through after a period of personal loss, and a lot of what he said in his video resonated with me, and I was going to bust out a couple of fair use clips from his video where he talks about things that really resonated with me. Because he went through a lot. There's a lot of jargon and repeated language in a lot of fitness videos where people talk about motivation and sticking with it and feelings of negative emotion that hold you back, you know, the feeling inadequate and stuff like that. And the truth is that a lot of those emotions and a lot of those feelings about losing weight and getting fit are shared feelings. You know, a lot of people who are on the outside of that headspace hear them over and over and over again, and it can tend to become cliche. They could perceive them as like cliche or something like that. When if you're living it, it's not cliche at all. It really does. You know, it really does resonate with you. I'll tell you what I'll do. We're chit-chatting here. We'll throw a little... Oops. There we go. A little bit of music. What else? Anyway, a lot of what he said really did resonate with me, so I wanted to highlight the things that he talked about, which resonated with me. I tried to lose weight many times before, and failed to do so. I tried to get in shape and tried to lose weight, and it was always it was always a failure. Burn to Tears managed to use keto successfully for quite a while, and I tried to adhere to that diet too, but I ended up not losing any weight because I wasn't serious about it. I wasn't sticking to it, and it was, to be perfectly honest, in hindsight, it wasn't a match for me. Keto wasn't a match for me. And I'll talk about what I mean by that in a little bit, but all diets, and many people have seen this on the internet before, all diets concentrate on achieving one thing, and that is a caloric deficit. That's it. You can list all of the diets that are out there, and all of them attack losing weight by achieving a caloric deficit one way or the other. You don't have to follow a diet to achieve a caloric deficit. But what some diets do for you is some diets will help you circumnavigate and deal with your bad habits more easily. And that is what intermittent fasting did for me. It allowed me to avoid my bad eating habits. So intermittent fasting is what I used, and it basically allowed me to just execute the right level of self-discipline and self-control by just simply not eating and eating throughout the day. By using intermittent fasting, I said, I'm not going to eat at all except for this period during the day. And that helped cut out a lot of the snacking and a lot of the extra calories. So that is what ended up working for me. It might not work for somebody else. And I'm not going to pretend that it is anything other than executed self-control. Hello, goodbye. That's all it really is. Oh yeah, there is a line 4. There is a content creator on YouTube called Technology Connections, a guy named Alec, and he talks about like electronics and appliances and stuff like that. But during one of his videos, and I can tell you which video it is, it's his video about traffic lights and LED traffic lights. And during the video about LED traffic lights, he notes that they're superior to old sodium-based traffic lights in every way except one. They don't generate heat. And because they don't generate heat, they don't self-clear during the wintertime. And so people argue against using LED lights at all because they say they won't melt snow off them during the wintertime, therefore we shouldn't use LED lights. When in fact, the list of pros of LED traffic lights so far outweigh that one con that it makes no sense. It makes no sense that you wouldn't just make an LED traffic light with like a minor defroster built into the film of it so that it can melt snow. But people let that sort of thinking dominate their problem solving and critical analysis. Oh, in this one specific 2% edge case, it's in fact inferior. Therefore, we shouldn't switch because the massive upsides are not worth it if we can't negate all downsides. Like, that's their argument. So that message of not letting improvement, basically not letting any sort of improvement get enacted because it fails to address all downsides, is kind of a something that I feel has kind of pervasive. It's a pervasive line of thinking, and one that I'm really like not a huge fan of. So don't let good be the enemy of better. Don't let perfect be the enemy of better. So I'm definitely, of the opinion that you should attempt something, anything. Attempt anything that's better than what you've got. And stop letting, these, well, in this case, it's going to be worse for me. In every other case, it will be better. So, I'm always aware of the fact that I should be looking out for ways to improve myself, even if they're not perfect. Incremental improvement is sometimes exactly the way you want to go. Frustration of not seeing result after weeks of effort and dieting. This one harkens back to a specific point, which is that diet is everything. Working out is great, but if you don't have a diet, I don't want to say this too strongly, but my belief is that if you don't have the proper diet, no amount of working out is going to net you the results that you want, because the results that people want is they want to see the weight come off. That's the results that people want. That's the result I wanted. And I committed that error. I tried to outrun a diet, and it doesn't work. I dieted from November of last year to now. And most of the weight came off within the first 6 months. Most of it. The large majority of it was gone in the first 6 months. The last 6 months till now have been slower and slower and slower to come off. But also, I didn't start working out until April. No, I started working out in February, I want to say. I'm pretty sure I started working out in February, but I started dieting in November, and I saw results. I saw immediate results. I had met with one of my aunts shortly after starting the whole diet, everything, and she said something that stuck with me, which is make sure that you're doing it for yourself, which is actually, in my mind, super important. I felt like, and I still catch myself feeling like I look at myself in the mirror and I'm happy, but I also look at myself in the mirror and think I want to be congratulated by others. You know, I want to be congratulated for my hard work. I want to be congratulated for how I look. I think that's natural. It's natural to think that way, to, want to have others recognize your hard work, especially when it's so visible in the form of your own body. And the pitfall is if that were your motivation, because I feel like if you don't get that validation, then there's a decent chance that you might stop. You might stop doing it. And make sure that you're doing it for yourself principally. Make sure that it's something that you've decided to do for yourself and not something that you're relying on validation from others. Because if that is the case, then I think you're setting yourself up to be disappointed. Not that there won't be people that will notice and will congratulate you. I'm saying that it can easily turn into something that you would be setting yourself up to be disappointed if you don't get that kind of validation. And the idea of staying motivated by making sure that it's for yourself starts with, committing to it for your own sake. I don't know if I said that particularly well, but that's the idea of making sure that your motivation is not one of, I want people to notice me, or something, or I picking up chicks or guys or whatever you're into, wanting to become more attractive to, your preferred partner. It's not the healthiest place to begin a weight loss journey. I did want to talk about, we are fortunate in the Girth Gang community and in the Mari community that there are quite a few health nuts. Laser, Tofu, Vixen, have all talked about getting fit and what works and what doesn't. And I think we're fortunate in that they have experience and they're willing to talk about it. And it did in fact help me as well. It helped me to listen to them. Tofu in particular is probably the most outspoken because he's the most blunt. He's the most blunt personally. But I think that's useful. He brings up he brings up a ton of good points and true things about you know, what working out and getting fit does for you. And it does do a ton of things for you. You know, I suffer less daily pain. I have more energy. I'm happier about the way that I look. I can do more for longer. I'm, if you don't know me too personally well, just as kind of like a overview of who I am, I'm a software customer service person. I answer phones and I answer questions about software. I sit in a chair. I sit in that chair for 8 hours a day. I have a very sedentary job, and I don't do a whole lot of moving. And as a result, I turned into someone who wasn't, you know, physically fit. And eventually I realized that I wanted to be able to have the energy to, in my own head, I wanted the energy to be able to take a day off and go climb a mountain and not be suffering at the end of that day or the next day. I wanted to be able to, if someone needed my help moving house on short notice, like I need someone to help me move, it's an emergency. I wanted to be able to go out, put in an entire day of helping them move, you know, give my time to them, and then wake up the next day and feel perfectly fine. I wanted to be able to take my body to 150% of my, or 200% of what I use it for on a daily basis, and have it succeed at that task. That was my idea. And I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to be a power lifter. I just want to be a healthier version of myself that is capable of doing physical activity that is way above my normal at a drop of a hat. That was my goal. And I think, relatively speaking, I think I've succeeded at that. So, and I will continue to work on it because I want to maintain it. And then it's as a result, I have a ton of extra energy. I have the ability to deviate from my diet. In case you don't know, having more muscle on your body causes you to have a higher metabolism. If you have more muscle, you have a higher metabolism by the definition of how calories are consumed. So if you work out and you build a ton of muscle, you will be burning more calories, and then you get to eat more. Then you do get to eat more. So I can have a day of, I normally consume, I'll check the app. The app's currently got me locked in at 1,800 calories a day is my cut. That's my cut limit. So 1,800 calories is what I'm on in terms of a cut. But I can easily go to 3,000 calories and not have, and still keep the downward trend for like a day or two. So I can still have, people would call them cheat days, but just days of higher caloric intake, and it will not affect me greatly. If I extended those 3,000 calorie days over the courses of weeks, that would be a different story, but I don't. I had probably had 3,000 calories yesterday with tons of, you know, sweets and Christmas deliciousness, and that's fine. I'll work out today. I'll work out tomorrow. I'll eat healthy today. I'll stick to my cut, and I'll be fine. And like I said, that as Doomkeeper said, you cannot outrun a diet. So I didn't exercise until the diet was underway for 4 months. And like I said, the diet did its work. I was losing weight well before I started working out. And the working out was because I realized that I wanted to capitalize on the weight loss. So I was losing weight, and I'm like, well, now's the perfect time to start a workout regimen because I'm in a position where I'm not as heavy as I used to be, and I'm going to start losing weight, and I'd like to fill out my skin because my skin's going to naturally pull in. I didn't have a ton of, so I think my target weight's something like 200, which I'm very, very close to, but I was at 270. Like I said, that 71-pound kettlebell represents all the weight that I've lost. I have a little bit of loose skin. I'm 37. I have a little bit of loose skin in certain places, and so I filled it back out by working out. And now I don't have any loose skin. It's, you know, it's one of the ways that you can mitigate the effects of weight loss is working out. Yeah. So on the workout, I started out with a single kettlebell. I can talk to you about who it was. Juice and Toya is the name of the YouTube channel. It's a lovely couple in LA. They do workout videos that they post on YouTube for free. They're entire workout videos. So if you have kettlebells, dumbbells, or just body weight, they have body weight exercises. It was all weightlifting and cardio. In fact, I'm going to revise that down to it's just weightlifting. I did no cardio. All of my weight loss and all of my improvements is weightlifting alone, period. I've done this much cardio, and it was just to do something different. But most of everything has been weightlifting. And if I were to encourage someone to pursue a type of exercise, weightlifting. And the reason is because weightlifting, weight resistance training, if you pay any attention to what people are saying about medical research and sports therapy over the past 20 years-ish, weight resistance training and weight training are by far and away the most singular effective form of exercise. Flat out, bar none. Weight training is the most effective for single item training. So, and that doesn't have to be with weights, it just has to be with resistance. So, to put that in perspective, pull-ups, push-ups, letdowns, stuff like that. All of that can be done without any weight whatsoever. I happened to select kettlebells, and they've served me very, very well. In fact, their very first video, I can tell you which one it is. It was one of their kettlebell videos. It was an advanced kettlebell. I don't know why I started with advanced, because I didn't have correct form on nearly anything. But Juice, who's the guy in the video, was using a 16 kg or a 35-pound kettlebell in the video. And so that's the first one that I bought. I bought a 35-pound kettlebell thinking that I would match him. I could not make it through that video at all with that kettlebell. I wiped out and flunked out of doing that video. So I got a 25-pound, 10-pound lighter, and I could then do it. And I was destroyed after that workout. I was sore for days, which is exactly what you would expect, or should expect, is to be extremely wiped out at the end of doing a workout after not having worked out regularly for years. In my case, 30 plus years. So I was absolutely messed up after the first big workout with weights. I have not felt that way since. I have felt sore, but not sore to the degree that I did when I started. Now I'm sore when I get closest to what I know is my maximum, and you'll be able to intuit your maximum as you continue to weight train. My goals for the working out were two, which is strength, as I've mentioned before, being able to just go to like 150 or 200% of my normal output, and flexibility. I've seen tons of videos of people where people will do things like Asian squats and splits and stuff like that. And although I don't know if I ever really wanted to do like a split, I know that I couldn't. I knew that when I started, I couldn't touch my toes, or go like deep over my back, or a whole bunch of movement. And I've been in a few accidents over the years, and I wanted to be able to improve on that. So I started doing squat exercises and stuff like that. I now have a much better range of motion than I did before, which feels great. It feels great to be able to. I think people call it like move like a child, which is to have like a child's range of motion. That feels great. It feels great to be able to just, stand up quickly, to be able to squat down quickly, to be able to just move around more freely. So that was my goal. My goal was to be able to move around more freely and to move more weight longer than I could before. The learning curve of not knowing. So I mentioned starting out with the advanced exercise kettlebell one, and that was a mistake. And the mistake was that I didn't know what to do. Something that I struggle with still, and I would caution a lot of other people with, is that look out for videos where people try to teach you the correct form by giving you cues. And what I mean by cues is you should feel this, you should execute the motion with this type of action. Basically telling you how to hold your body during the exercise. A lot of people, myself, for me, if I see someone doing something, I'm just going to try and replicate it off of what I saw. But what I'm often not seeing is I'm not seeing how they're locking in certain muscle groups, how they're cueing themselves, holding their core rigid, bending at the hips, making sure that their legs stay straight, holding their hands in front of their shins for the lift, stuff like that. I'm missing a ton of cues that they're probably using themselves to do the exercise correctly and maximize their output, which is not something that I can intuit. I can't just look at someone and figure out how they've done it. And it took me a long time exercising to pick up on the correct form for exercises, because it's not obvious to me. So that's one of the things that I would caution people to look out for, because I think that there was a very good chance that if I hadn't started out slow, that I could have injured myself. Yeah, like doing deadlifts and lunges. Like lunges is a good one. Most people have done a lunge or seen a lunge, and you just go from standing to bent over a knee. But the thing is that no one gives you cues during lunges of how to best set up yourself to maintain your balance. And the way to do that is to lock in your core and to not walk a tightrope, which is to place one foot right in front of the other. It's to walk a set of railroad lines, which is to keep your feet spaced the same width apart that they would be during a normal walking stride. I didn't know that. I didn't see that from the video, and I didn't get those cues until I just happened across the person who said, do it like this. Like, oh. And sure enough, when you incorporate those cues, you find that you don't struggle to stay upright during the down position, because if you're holding a kettlebell, it's trying to pull you over this way, and you're trying to stay upright as you're going down into the lunge. If you lock in your core, the weight doesn't pull you over because you've stiffened up. And if you're using the railroad line mentality of putting your feet forward, you've actually got more lateral movement. Your pivot point isn't quite as narrow as if you're one foot in front of the other. None of that's obvious. None of that was explained the first time I tried to do a lunge, but the learning curve of figuring out how to do an exercise, I don't even want to call it correctly, but doing an exercise with the maximal amount of help from your body's own mechanics is probably the best way that I could put it. Newbie gains. Something else I didn't know about, which is that when you start working out from nothing and start losing weight from nothing, the initial gains will be fast, really fast. You'll be able to go from lifting a weight that seems like it's too light to lifting the weight that you would have thought, to probably lifting weight more than you thought very, very quickly. But then progression after a certain point, especially if you're older like myself, will slow down. It just will. And I didn't realize that would be a thing. I don't know. I'm not an expert in biology or the human body, but I discovered that that's called newbie gains, and it's that when you start out a regimen, you will see gains initially and weight loss very, very quickly. And then it will slow down and be a much more gradual, progressive thing. So be aware of that, because I wasn't aware of that. The bunk of diet plans and true dieting. I think I talked about that a bit, which is that true dieting is just a caloric deficit. Approach to diet. Reduce calories. Caffeine. This is kind of important for me because I do incorporate caffeine in my daily. Some people don't. Some people avoid caffeine entirely. But this is something that Laser has talked about. 400 milligrams of caffeine should be a daily max. Daily maximum. I had a coffee, which is 150, and this monster, which is 140. 290. I'm well over halfway of my caffeine content already for the day, and I'm unlikely to consume any more caffeine at all today. This should be it. Oh, no caffeinated drinks anyway. If I have caffeine as a part of my food, if there's caffeine in any of the foods that I eat today, that will be a different matter entirely, but it will not be nearly as concentrated as this sort of thing. I highly recommend tracking caffeine intake to make sure that you're not exceeding a certain point. Because caffeine addiction is a real thing, as I'm sure many people know. I think a lot of people doing dieting and working out are probably looking to, as much as possible, return to a more natural way of living. And I say natural, which is probably cutting out as many unnecessary pharmaceuticals as they can and achieving a more, natural level of equilibrium. I take supplements. Let's just be straight up. I'm not saying avoid supplements and avoid medications. I take medications and I take supplements. However, I have reduced my usage of some medications and eliminated others. So, for example, I have nearly eliminated my use of ibuprofen. Nearly eliminated. I use it super rarely. Only with the most extreme amount of physical pain do I ever approach ibuprofen. I have heavily reduced my use of acetaminophen. I still use it occasionally, but not nearly as much as I used to. The supplements that I take regularly are a multivitamin. And IB Guard, or otherwise known as peppermint oil. This is just digestive control. Oh, that's not true. There is one more. I do take a fiber supplement, which is like Benefiber. There's a bunch out there. And of course, protein. But I'll talk about that again in a minute. Those are the supplements that I take. But I wanted to, and I do take a prescription medication. If you're interested, I take it is called Aimovig, Aimovig, Aimovig. It is an injection. It's for migraines. And it's been very effective for me. I've had migraines for a very, 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 very long time, since I was a young boy. I've tried many, many treatments. I've tried things that were preventatives, but nothing that were proactive. Aimovig is the first proactive treatment that I've tried that has been extremely effective in reducing my migraines down to a fraction of what I used to get. Migraines and headaches. Migraines, things that I would call migraines and things that I would just call smaller headaches, have been reduced in frequency a lot, which is part of why I've been able to reduce my usage of ibuprofen and acetaminophen as well. Maximizing water is important. Definitely up your water intake to the maximum that you can tolerate, which is basically limited by how often you want to go to the bathroom, but drink as much water as you can. Not only will it help you with your working out and dieting, it will It will basically make sure that your body's metabolic processes are not inhibited by dehydration. If you maximize your hydration, all of your body's processes which contribute towards losing weight and gaining muscle will be maximized. So maximize your water intake. I know water breaks I take is dependent on how much work I feel like doing at the time. I always, because I suck at remembering things, I just have a full container of water next to me, basically at all times. Because otherwise I would remember. And I think Laser even talked about reaching over for his water container and then like realizing it's empty and then putting it straight back and not filling it back up. I have like tried to untrain myself from doing that. Like if I pick it up and it's empty, it's go get up and refill it and bring it back. I tried to train that out of myself. Okay, let's talk about workout supplements. So for workout supplements, there really is only one, but I'm going to tell you about the two that I use. So fiber is important because your body obviously needs it to digest properly. It's healthy for your digestive system. It also can help you avoid some of the negative effects of dieting, which is constipation, diarrhea, especially if you're into keto. You can get really nasty constipation, cramps, diarrhea. That's absolutely a possibility. I highly recommend a fiber supplement just as insurance that you're getting the appropriate amount of fiber every day. It is really the word that I would call it is insurance. It's insurance that your body's getting the right amount of fiber. Now, apart from water and fiber, if you're working out and you are looking to maximize your gains, a protein supplement is a good idea. Now, why do I say that? Protein is the main building block that muscles used to increase their mass. And if you've at all looked at any nutrition label of anything in your kitchen, you'll note that while protein is high in some foods, what nutritionists recommend or weightlifters recommend is a gram of fiber for every pound of body weight that you have. Fiber and protein can cause your body to consume more calories than they yield in the process of metabolizing them. So if you put in a gram of protein, which I don't know how many calories are in a gram of protein, say it was 20 calories, your body will not consume 20 calories burning off that gram of protein. It will consume 25. Because protein is very hard to burn, and the same is true of fiber, which is a carbohydrate. So, having a fiber and protein-rich diet basically gives your body more to do in digesting that food than things that are low in those macros. The reason that you would want to have a protein supplement is because to some degree, it makes you feel full, which can help with appetite problems. That is my main problem. My main problem is that I struggle with keeping my appetite suppressed. When you're trying to lower your caloric intake, just suppressing your appetite is one of the hardest things to overcome. I know it because I live it. So protein will help you to a certain degree suppress your appetite. It will provide your body with protein. So if you're on a weightlifting regimen, like I am, it will help maximize your muscle growth and recovery after the fact. That's usually when I take my protein. I'll do a workout, and then I'll have my first protein supplement of the day. And it will make sure that as you're recovering, your muscles are getting the correct fuel for recovering and building more. So if part of your goal is muscle mass gaining, I'm not talking bodybuilding, I'm not talking powerlifting, I'm simply talking about being able to lift more tomorrow than you could today. You will need to add muscle mass up to a certain point, depending upon your end goal. Mine is not to be able to be a powerlifter or a bodylifter. It's simply to be able to do more longer, which is just using the same weights that I already have, but being able to get closer and closer to running a workout and being less fatigued at the end of the workout than I was when I started using it. So eventually I want to get to a point where I can use that 70-pound kettlebell. I can get to the end of a workout and feel like I crushed that workout. And I'm not feeling as fatigued as I did in December of 2023. That's my goal. There's going to come a point where I'm like, I don't feel like going up in weight anymore. I'll just keep using this weight. And that will be fine. Because it'll still be a tremendous increase in weight from my normal that will let me maintain that level of fitness. The protein basically makes sure that your body has the correct fuel to maximize the benefits of your workout. And like I said, the recommendation, I didn't actually start protein until several months after I started working out. I started working out without a protein supplement, and I didn't add protein until much, much later. And the difference is not crazy. The difference is not crazy, but there is a difference. There is a difference in the visible look of my body and the improvement rate since I started the protein. It's significant, but not outrageous. So my recommendation is to simply use it because it's fuel for your body. It's a building block for a workout. It's readily available. All of you have supermarkets that have an aisle of protein powder. If you're interested, what I like Premier Protein's Cafe Latte, and I'm currently on an Optimum Nutrition chocolate of some sort. I like the Premier Protein one more. It tastes better, but it also has a small amount of caffeine in it, so I don't use it all the time because again, I'm watching my caffeine. The Optimum Nutrition one is caffeine free. So tracking calories for that matter. I didn't track calories for most of the fasting. I didn't track calories at all. In fact, I didn't track calories until very, very recently. And it's not necessary. I can hand on heart say that tracking calories is not necessary. If you start doing a diet of your choice, I did intermittent fasting, and you start to see results, don't change. Don't change anything. Because unless you want to change something, I would say just stick to what is working. And when what was working stops being as effective, or you get bored with it, then as long as it furthers the goals of your ultimate weight loss and training program, change it up. That's my recommendation, which is what I did. I eventually wanted to know. I wanted to know what calories and protein and carb counts. I wanted to know what certain foods had in them. I wanted to know, what macros were out there. And so I started tracking them. It's been fun. If you don't find that fun, then don't do it. But it's not strictly necessary. I didn't do it, and I lost a ton of weight without ever knowing how many calories were in salsa or how many calories. Yeah, more data is fun. More data is fun. But not necessary at all. Realistic evaluation of oneself. I do feel good. So here's the thing. You will never be able to escape your own genetics. And I'm living proof of this. I feel really good on my deadlift row. My deadlift row is so good. I love it. I love the way that my legs look. I love the way that my thighs and my ass look. I'm really happy with it. My chest and my shoulders and my arms, I don't. It's very, very natural, I think, for a lot of people to have body dysmorphia, even if they don't have any sort of gender dysmorphia that goes with it. It's easy for people to have dysmorphia, especially if you're pursuing a weight loss program, a goal, a look. It's really easy to look at yourself and say, I don't like the way that looks. I found it very easy to increase and capitalize on weights that involved my lower body. I found it very easy to move up very quick. I am having a ton of difficulty where chest and arms is concerned. In fact, so much so that I decided to consult with a physical therapist, which has helped. But be aware that not every activity is going to be your best one, and you might not enjoy. So if your expectation is that you'll end up loving everything, I would caution you that you'll end up probably liking some things and hating others. I really, really like deadlifts and reverse lunges and squats and stuff like that. I like those exercises. I do not like chest exercises and shoulder exercises. They hurt. I don't really, and I feel like for the hurt that I'm feeling, I'm not seeing the gain that I would want, and so I just don't like them. I work out alone, so I don't. If I ever go to a gym, I don't have a spotter. I've had to restrict myself based on that because there is no one saving me if I try and pull a barbell and I get crushed by it. There's no one there to save me, so I have to play it safe. And that's kind of like why I've stuck to things like, probably contributing factor to why I've stuck to things like deadlifts, because the only thing you have to do in a deadlift is just let go. Whereas if you fail a bench press, you're in for a load of trouble. My physical therapist has helped quite a bit with getting me into exercises which don't require the traditional stuff. The roll of shame is something I learned real quick. Yeah. Forearm exercises, right? This is a TheraBar, which you will have seen in many, many physical therapists' offices. You can do all sorts of stuff with this. Just this movement. There's always someone around to help. Yeah, so I don't have anyone around to help me. So you can just bend it like this. This is a medium tension one. You do 50 of these, your forearms will be burning. You can grab it. You can twist. This works both arms at the same time. One of these is really good work for your forearms. I think physical therapists will absolutely end up increasing the time and the resistance to make sure that you're getting a workout, especially if I figured something out about physical therapists, which they may not admit to, but I figured something out. They look at you and they look at how motivated you are to improve yourself. And they will absolutely give you as much as they think you won't quit on. They'll give you as much work to do as they think you won't quit on. Because I've observed at the office where they have the elderly. Obviously, physical therapists have a ton of work to do with the elderly because the elderly are more prone to needing physical therapy than the younger. And I've seen tons of elderly come through and they give them the lightest resistance as possible. They let them bail out of exercises if they want to. They, give them lots of words of encouragement, and they let them take it easy if they complain too much. I asked to be referred to physical therapy. I asked my doctor to refer me to physical therapy. I was not prescribed it. I asked for the referral and I said, I want to improve. I have a shoulder problem due to an accident. It's causing me a ton of pain. I'm not seeing gains in the gym with my shoulders and arms like I want to. I want to fix it and work through it. They have given me tons of homework to do. Homework is just a workout at home for my shoulders and stuff like that. But they've also increased the resistance and increased it fast. And they don't coddle me. They say keep going, more reps. And even sometimes I ask, can we go up in weight or down in weight? And I've caught them more than once just giving me the next one up. So they tailor the workout program to what they think you won't quit on. And they will, and have, in my case, given me exercises which genuinely test me. This thing, you do a ton of reps in this thing, my hands hurt. Like, especially like at the end of the exercises where I'm doing the twists, like it digs, like you can even see it. It digs into my hands. And at the end, I can't stand to grip this thing anymore. They've given me Arnold presses, which are an Arnold press, especially with a kettlebell, if you don't know, is a press where you start in this position here. And as you go up, actually, I'll use a dumbbell. Bright orange. You start in this neutral, this is called a neutral position. So where your hand is facing this way in this plane of motion, this is a neutral position. So if you go up from here, this is a neutral press. This is called like a wide press, where you start in this position and you go up like that. An Arnold press is where you start in the neutral position, but as you go up, you're rotating your wrist to the wide position. So this is called an Arnold press with a dumbbell. Now, dumbbells are easy to hang on to. They've got a handle right in the middle, and it's very, very easy to do this motion. An Arnold press with a kettlebell, you have to hold the thing upside down and not let it fall over. And you have to do the same thing. So you have to push up and then you have to rotate it without letting the kettlebell fall over onto your hand. And you have to basically, it destabilizes your wrist on purpose, I might add. And I have to do 3 sets of 8 on both sides. This is hard work to hold this thing upright. It really is. And it's definitely worse on my left side. My left side is obviously my weaker side. So they will absolutely give you really, really hard work if that's your goal, and it is my goal. They will absolutely give you more than you think, more than you can do. And sometimes it'll be exercises that seem like this is nothing. Like, oh, I can do 25-pound dumbbell overhead presses, and then they'll hand you a 6-pound dumbbell and say, yeah, just lay on your side and do this motion with the 6-pound dumbbell, and do that for 90 seconds. And you get to 60 seconds and your shoulder is on fire and you can only lift it about this far. You can't go to the full distance anymore. And you're like, and they say 30 more seconds, and you're like, what? I mean, and then they'll give you another exercise right after that. It says, yeah, on your side, just do this motion with that same 6-pound dumb. And then, like, it's the most pain I've ever felt doing a 6-pound lift. It's terrible. So I apologize for the kind of disconnected nature. Like I said, these are all, I had planned on filming all of these like kind of like to camera and then reorganizing them into something that's a little more cogent. I tried to organize these, you can see, into like kind of sections, but that's kind of my thoughts. I am not a fitness expert. I am not a health expert or a nutrition expert. I am a guy who has managed to lose some weight and put on some muscle. And I felt like all I wanted to do was just say what worked for me. Because I know that at the start of all of this, I was a person who had several false starts, no interest in working out, and was generally despondent about ever being a person that I would consider to be physically fit. Before I began this journey, I never saw myself ever being a person who was or could be physically fit, who would be in what I would consider to be in shape, and would enjoy living a lifestyle that included being in shape. Because in my head, I'm thinking that means that you can't eat what you want. That means you have to stick to foods that are disgusting. That means that you lose so much time to being in the gym. I swear to you, all of this can be achieved for 20 minutes every other day. That's it. I already told you, I sit in a chair. I sit in a chair for 8 hours a day. I promise you that 20 minutes every other day will get you these results if you just use weights. Because that's exactly what I do. This is exactly the level of effort that I've put in. It's 20 minutes every other day. You don't need a daily workout. You can, and you might enjoy that, but you don't need to. And one of the things that I was like, so much time invested. It's not. It really isn't. It really isn't. You can put in such a minimal amount of time for such a good amount of return. And like I said, the best news is that the majority of the work is done by just not eating as many calories. So I am a nerd and an engineer and a geek who has managed to adopt a level of fitness that I would have never thought possible. And I hope that any of this it helps people realize that if they wanted to do the same, that it is achievable, and it's probably achievable much easier, much easier than they would think. It's absolutely within reach for anybody. You just have to dedicate. You have to, first of all, as I said, you have to want it for yourself, and you have to dedicate to it. And you don't need to go crazy. I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm probably 90% of the way, to everything. I'm probably 90% of the way to my fitness and weight loss. I am 90% of the way to my weight loss goal. The last time I weighed in, like I said, my weight loss goal was 70 pounds. I last weighed in at 203.2. And everyone knows that your weight can go up and down by several pounds per day. My lowest I've ever weighed in at was 201.4. I'm that close to being completely done with my weight loss. And the rest of it is just fitness. And I'm very, very close, probably 80%, 90% of the way there on my fitness. And within a year, I mentioned I started this November of last year. I've undone 37 years of bad practices in 1 year. And the bad practices, I'm not talking about fitness. I'm just talking about self-discipline when it comes to your physical health. So, and again, people will be like, a lot of people will be like, oh, but you could die at any time from a heart attack or cancer. Yes, you could. I could. But I feel better this way anyhow. I feel better living like this anyhow. It's like it goes back to at the very beginning when I said technology connections. That said, but if in this winter time, those LED traffic lights don't automatically melt the snow off them because they don't make heat. Yes, they don't. But it's better anyway. It's still better. I used to wear glasses. I got LASIK. Do I have perfect vision? No. Do I have floaters yet? Still, yes. Do I still have, some fuzziness and some astigmatism? Yes. My vision is also massively improved from when I wore glasses. I used to have all those things and I wore glasses. And now I don't. How is improvement not worth it? This is worth it. It feels worth it. So, the idea that you would let an indeterminate future possibility Yeah, an indeterminate future possibility dictate and ruin any possibility of improvement isn't crazy. It's crazy. You know, it's worth. This feels better than I felt before. And you know, that ought to be valuable. Feeling better ought to be valuable. And tomorrow I might contract cancer. And you want to know what? I'll still feel better at this weight and this fitness level with cancer than I would 70 pounds ago. And this effort will still have been worth it because it's taught me a lot. And, you know, it's taught me a lot about myself and about human fitness. And when I beat cancer, I don't have cancer. But if I did, and when I beat it, I would be able to get back here a lot quicker. That's, you know, I hope that was motivational. I hope that was educational. I don't know, but that's kind of my perspective on, you know, fitness and weight loss. I like looking like this. It feels great. Anyhow, I hope everybody enjoyed this Christmas morning rant. Almost. I don't know if it is a rant or not. But I hope that it was enjoyable. And I hope that you have your perspective. I obtained your letter. Did you like the letter? Was it good? Like it? It was good? That's good. I'm gonna do my workout now. I'm sadly not going to stream it for you, but I will. I may come back later today. I haven't decided, but I hope you enjoy. Thank you. I may come back later today. I haven't decided yet. It's Christmas. I don't have anything going on, so we're at home today. We'll probably be enjoying. Actually, I'll tell you what. Let's see if anyone else is online. Is anyone online that I can raid? No. Barb is online. I'm not raiding Barb. I might come back later, but I'm going to get my workout in. I'm going to get a shower in. And then I'm going to enjoy my Christmas. And I hope all of you do too. I am the only person online. I highly doubt. Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to whatever you prefer to celebrate. Merry Christmas from us to you, and we hope that you have a fantastic holiday break. However much time you get off, I hope you have a fantastic time, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye!